you have created an account, you can log in from anywhere. You can log in from the Salesforce screen also. You need not to go to the developer force and log in. For example, right, r55@r55.com, password is CRM, right? Okay, whenever you log in, right, you'll be able to see the first look of CRM looks like this, right? This is the first look of CRM where you'll be in a setup. As soon as you log in, this is the way the screen will look. This is the first look after you enter your username and password, right? On the top, you can see there's a Salesforce logo, right? This, and then you can see a bus, right? Which talks about now the summer release is coming up, right? This bus has a meaning. Don't think that the bus is just given like that. The way you see that Android has Kit Kat, Jelly Bean, Lollipop, they have taken all candy's name. Same way, Salesforce has taken all the seasons name. It has 3 seasons like spring, summer, and winter. There are 3 seasons are there. So when I go to the Google and I just say spring 15, right? SPRING, spring 15 release, and I click on images, right? You will be able to see there is a small bird, a colorful bird in a leaf. This was the logo if you would have joined the last batch. So till last batch, there was a spring 15 release was going on, and the whole Salesforce was showing a leaf with a bird, right? Remember that. Sometimes you might see winter, WINTER, winter 15, right? Or winter 14 with the 14 release, RELEASE release. When I say winter 14 release, right, you can see that a polar bear standing on an ice, right? So every icon that you see here has a meaning. If I type summer 15, SFDC, summer, SUMMER, summer 14, right? I'm just making summer 14. You can see that, right? It'll show you a beach with a coconut tree, or it'll show you an ocean with a snorkeler, right? With this, you go, you wear your specs and you make a deep scuba diving in your, in a summer holiday when you spend your summer, weekends or your summer holidays. So this shows the summer release. So every icon has a meaning, and that's this icon on the top. You can see that 15, and you can see that this is a summer 15 is coming up now. So first the Salesforce logo, then the release. So now you will be learning the summer 15 release. Summer 15. I'm just typing, and you can see that it's all bus. Salesforce summer 15. So summer has started, winter is gone, right? And you can see that. So this is called as summer 15 release. Just beside that, you have a search button. This is for the end user to search anything in the CRM. It can be a customer name, it can be anything. If you want to search here, just type the keyword, click search, system will search everywhere in the Salesforce, called search. Next, the person who logged in, his details, his profile, his settings, logout button. This is the place from you log out. Setup is only for administration and development. So that means 90% of your work would be here now when we click on setup. Help will open a help window where all the documentations are available, what to work, how to work, how to do, everything is available in help. Beside that, you can see a round oval shaped icon with a sales popping up. When you click on it, you can see that call center, which is your service, marketing, which is your, so CRM has 3 modules, sales, service, marketing. You can see these 3 modules. Or in single word, this is an app location where you can install an application or a solution. Tomorrow, if you create a hospital management, the way I have created here, you can see that you can create hospital management. You can create, CA tires if you're working on multiple projects in a single sign-in or in a single account, you can start working on multiple projects. You can start working on Apollo Hospital project. You can start working on C8 tires. You can start working on, Coca-Cola. You can start working on Wells Fargo project. Any project you can work on, right? And you have to select from here. As soon as you select here, automatically the screen will change. You can see that. On the top, the logo changes. I have Apollo Hospital logo. I have patient, fees, jobs, applicants, books, staff, HW, XX. I have lot. See, all my account, all my out-of-box features are gone. I'm using my custom development, right? So by traditionally, you'll be on the sales and you'll be in the setup screen. That is what it's loaded whenever you log into your CRM. How to log in? You have to go back to your Google, type Developer Force, click on the Developer Force link. On the top right hand corner, there's a sign in button or sign up button. Click on the sign up button, fill the details, click next. It will send an email to your email address after 15 minutes, within 15 minutes, and then click on that. It'll ask you for a username and password, and you will be landing up in the screen. Okay, next, now write down, right? Customer master, maintenance of customer data, bracket, transactional data for efficient business process is called customer master. Customer master contains two objects. Number one, customer master contains two objects. Number one, accounts hyphen any company, comma organization, comma group is called account, right? Aerosol technology, Clivity technology is an account. So you can give account. These are the accounts name. Next, contacts. Second one, any individual customer is called contact. So who is an account? Accounts are nothing but in Salesforce, customers are of two types. Number one called account. It's not like a bank account, saving account, demat account. No. Here customers are of two types. The first customer is called as account. Accounts are nothing but any group, any organization, any team, any company, we call them as account. And individual customers like Ravi, Rupam, Ram, Shyam, we call them as contacts. How do we create it? On the top, you can see that account. I have an option called as on the top called as account. So I click on account. Now you can see that I click on accounts and you can see that there are so many accounts available. See, HCL Technologies, ABC Technologies, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? San Francisco, Clivity Technologies. So many accounts are created. Same way when I go to the contacts, contacts are what? Individual people. You can see that Raj Babbar, Abhishek, Swati Srivastav, Rahul Dravid, Y Kishore, Rupam Chakravarti. You can see that these are individual customers. So all your individual customers are your contacts and all your corporate customers are called as accounts. How to create a new accounts? Before we go there, right, I'll be using some terminologies. Let's understand those terminologies and then come here, right? Okay. Let's try to understand those terminologies because I see that there's a little confusion. I believe that everyone can see my screen here, right? Now, right, let's take, I'm just inserting a shape. This is HCL, right? Right? This is HCL company. After doing this course, after completion of this course, you, right, you join where? In HCL. Let's take that. It's you. I'll say you. YOU. You join where? HCL. Right? Now, first day, obviously you will not have any projects, right? As you go inside, you see that you have been allocated a project. So you are here, right? I'm just rotating it. So it's you who joined HCL. Now, there is one more thing called as Apollo Hospital. I'm just making it down, right? Apollo Hospitals. Okay, spelling might be wrong. Okay, Apollo Hospital. So HCL got a project from Apollo. What happened now? HCL got a project from Apollo. Let's try to understand, right? Okay, I'm just trying to, okay, that's the more good. So what happened now? So whenever I say you are the developer, right? Now Apollo Hospital has what? Many customers are there. So Apollo Hospital has what? So I have lot of customers are there in my Apollo Hospital, right? So what I'll do, let's say that Apollo has some employees, Apollo has some, let's take two things, right? So I'm just going, right? And I say that, okay, let's take this arrow and draw it here, right? So now I'll say that, right? Apollo has two people. One is patients and one is doctor. One more is there called as doctor. Or in bracket employees. EMPLOYES, employees. Okay, let's forget about the spelling at this moment. So it has employees, right? Now there are, I believe that everybody is able to understand whatever is going on here, right? Okay, so that's the whole thing. Now let's understand. Whenever I say customer, right, I'm referring to the patient. I'm referring to the patient. Whenever going forward in my classes, I use the word called as customer. I'm talking about the Apollo's patient. Remember this. Whenever I talk about customer, customer is nothing but, whenever I going forward, I say customer, customer, customer. I am referring to the patient of Apollo. Remember this. Whenever I use the word called as end user, right, I'm referring to the doctors, employees, staff of Apollo, right? END, end, USER, or I use the word USER, user. Whenever I'm using the end user or user word, that means I'm not referring to you. Whenever I'm referring to you, I will use the word called as developer or administrator, right? I'll use the word called as DV, right? Apollo is a client, remember that. So HCL client is what? HCL has a client or they got a project. So this relationship is called as client, right? So CLIENT, client. So HCL has a client called Apollo and HCL is working on Apollo's project. All the patient that, so now when I say accounts, I'm maintaining the patient here. Remember that these are not your work. In this next 1 week, whatever we'll be learning it will be end user work. It will not be your role. You are not going to put in a resume that you have created accounts, you have created contact, you have created a case, because that is a end user work. When a patient complains, the doctors, the nurse, the receptionist, RECPT, receptionist, they will raise a complaint in their system. That system you have to develop. So raising case, raising incident, right, creating orders, creating invoices, right, it's not your work in the real time. It is the work of whom? Doctor, receptionist, or in single word, end user work. In the next couple of days, you are not here now. In the next couple of days, I'll be placing you in the shoe of end user. You are here. After 1 week of class, once you understand how the system is working, then I'll bring you back to this location as a developer. And then you'll start developing. Because unless until you know the functionality of a vehicle or a car, you can't repair a car. You might be a very good mechanical engineer, but first of all, you should know how the functionality works. And hence, now I'll bring you here. Able to understand? Your role can be here as, or your role can also be here. HCL require employee, right? And HCL doesn't have enough of staff to run this project. HCL will immediately contact whom? To any of the remaining resource provider like TCS and everything. So you can be here too, right? Not only here, you can be, right? You can be in both the places, or you can be like this, right? What I'm saying, able to understand? Yes or no? Those who are not can ask me the doubt immediately. Right. So this is a contractor or a vendor, right? So what is happening now? HCL doesn't have enough staffing, right? They don't have enough required resources for their project to work on. They will immediately give an ad or contact people, and you will be, or TCS will be called as a contractor or vendor or whatever you say, right? Vendor, third party vendor, right? It will be the HCL who will be representing and working in Apollo, right? So Apollo doesn't care whether you give it, whether HCL give the task to TCS, further break it down to some other company. They outsource it. Apollo has given the project to HCL. So Apollo will never even think, or they doesn't even care where the task goes. So now what is happening? The employee of TCS will have two badges if he is working from HCL campus. If he is working from on-site, then you'll have another two badges. One is the TCS badge and one with the Apollo or with the HCL badge, Apollo contractor badge, right? So don't go in the badges now. In single word, right, there can be two solution provider. The main solution provider is the strongest, or I can say that the person who has the project. So the project is with HCL, right? And HCL has taken few resources from TCS as a vendor and contractor. This is the way you show your fake experience. All the fake market works in this contractor one. You say that you have worked on a project called as Vodafone, and you have been working for Infosys. But when you give the relieving letter, you don't give an Infosys relieving letter. You give a relieving letter of Press Technologies. I'm taking from presentation, or you take from Draw Technologies. Why? Because Draw Technologies has supplied the resource to TCS. TCS has a project called as Apollo. So you say that you have been working for TCS for last 7 years or 3 years, and your project or your client is Apollo. But when you give a relieving letter, you give a relieving letter not from TCS, you give a relieving letter from some other company. So this is the way the whole system works. In single word, forget about the whole system. Whenever I'm talking about patient, whenever I say customers, I'm talking about your client's customer. Whenever I talk about end user, I'm focusing on the person who will be using the system at last, right? So for the couple of days, your role is where? Here. You are here now. Remember this. Is it okay? Everyone is clear? Okay. So customers, right? In this customer, now the customers are of two type. What are those? Customer can be account, right? Account, and the customer can be a, so accounts are nothing but tomorrow if a group of companies approaching Apollo Hospital, for example, I live in a society called as Nilgiri Housing Society. My society has a special contract with Apollo Hospital saying that all the residents of our society should be given 10% discount, and Apollo Hospital honors it. So Apollo will have an account called as Nilgiri Housing Society. Rupam, Abhishek, Ravi, Bhuvana, right? Vamshi, all are the residents of where? For Nilgiri apartments. So they will be the contact. So you are the contact and Nilgiri Housing Society is an account, right? So that's the whole story. So customer base, you have two types of customers. Clear now? Customers are two type. right?
And
Whole screen is divided into two parts. Everything on this side, whatever you see this side is a development side. This
okay.
side is a development side. Remember that, right? So this side is a development side. I take it two direction arrow. This is development. Whatever is on the this side, on the other side of the screen, this is an end user side, right? You lie here. This is your place actually. But to make your system understand, or to understand the end user work and everything, right? I will place you for 1 week the consulting module. I'll remove you from this side. Forget about developer. You are now an end user work. You will be doing all the end user work. What a doctor will be doing, what a nurse will be doing, patients will sorry, not the patient, what your receptionist will be doing, pharmacist will be doing. I'll be making you to learn that work. Clear now? So this is a complete end user work now that you'll be learning. This is an end user side, and this part is completely a development side. So clear now? So for the moment, your role has been shifted from here to you are here now. So for the couple of days, you are not on this side. You are on this side, right? You don't belong to HCL. You don't belong to TCS. You belong to Apollo Hospital, and you are Dr. Vamshi, Dr. Bhuvana, and they are not the IT guys. So whenever Dr. Praneeth logs in, whenever a new patient comes, Dr. Praneeth automatically goes to the contact and he creates, the patient fills the form. Dr. Praneeth clicks on new and he starts filling the data entry work. He said that, okay, what is the first name? Mr. What is the patient name? The patient name is called as ANIL, Anil. Last name anil@anil.com. That's the email. Anil has any assistants? Any assistant? Yes, Maria, Maria. Maria's phone number 88888. What is Anil's email mailing street address? 21 Avenue, right? Drive, DRIVE Drive. Mailing city HYDRABAD Hyderabad. State and provenance Telangana state. Zip code 500001. Mailing country INDI India. Is it same? Yes, it's same. Copy it. Right? Which is the preferred language Anil want? Anil wants to go by language called as English, 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 right? What is the level? Is it a primary? Yes, it's a primary language. Little bit description about Anil. Whatever you want to type, you can type it, and you can now hit the button called as save. A new patient has been created in your system called as Mr. Anil Kumar. That's a patient. Who created it? It is created by Dr. Praneeth or by any receptionist, right? This is how you create your customer, because patient is your customer, right? So now your customer is created. Later you realize that Praneeth is, Dr. Anil Kumar, or the patient Anil Kumar is working for some company, right? You click on edit, you go to, okay, where are you working? So he said, actually, I am working for, okay, which company? So I'm working for, let's say that I'm working for TCS. Oh, you're a TCS employee. Nice to meet you. Oh, you're an HCL employee. Yes. Sorry, not TCS. I'm an HCL. Click on HCL. Now you're linking Mr. Anil to TCS. Sorry, HCL. Here I'm taking HCL now. I'm linking to HCL. I click on save. Right? HCL is what? HCL is an account. So Apollo Hospital also has a tie-up with HCL Technologies. That's the reason they have another customer called as, right, called as accounts. You can see that there's a customer called as account here. So same way, I click on new, a new account page comes up. What is the account name? The account name is ABC Technology, TCHNOLOGY. Is it that it's a small sub company? Is it that it has a parent company? If yes, then who is the parent for this? So again, you can search and it will bring you to the same account screen. I can say that this is actually a parent company of Ravi Technology, or let's say it's Ravi Technology is the parent. Okay, what is the account number? So by this you can understand that this number has to be generated automatically. I am not supposed to type this number. So there's a development scope here. So now you're learning while you are doing the end user work, you are able to point out what are the mistakes that are currently available in the system. And whenever I am proposing it tomorrow, when I'll come to a developer role, then in that case, I don't expect this to be, manual entry. I want that this to be generated. Account site, HYD, Hyderabad. What is the type of accounts? It's a prospect customer, it's a technological customer, it is a customer direct. What type of industry? I say Ravi Technology is a consulting industry. What is the annual turnover? I say 3,45 thousand rupees. What is the rating? The customer is very hot, warm, cold. This is a universal rating. Hot means the customer is very active. Warm means the customer is medium active. Cold means the customer is totally dead. He doesn't even buy from you. He doesn't even get in touch with you. So I'll say it's a hot customer. What is the phone number? I'm just giving some numbers here. What is the website? www.abc.com. That's the website. What is the ticker symbol? Any type of specialized symbol that your company can represent to identify. In single word, it is a nickname. So I'll say ABC Tech, ABCTECH. What is the ownership? Is it a public company, private company? I'll say it's a private company. How many employees are working? 300 employees are working. What is the SIC code? Every business, whenever you register, government authority will issue a code depending on the nature of business that you're performing. If you are manufacturing a rubber or rubber belts, rubber buckles, in that case, you'll be given a number called as 2021. If you are manufacturing fruit juice, you will be given a number called as 2043, right? It is not a, if another company is also manufacturing, fruit juice, they will also be given the same number. So depending on the category of what, you are producing, your end product is, government gives us something called a SIC code. So I can give 45623, that's a SIC code. What is the billing address? So please enter the billing address. Billing city, Hyderabad. Or I'll say Mumbai, MUMBAI, Mumbai. State and provenance, Maharashtra, MH, right? Zip code 700001. Billing country, India. I just say copy the address, right? Next, you can see additional detail. What is the customer priority? High. Any type of service level agreement? Yes. We have an agreement with this company. If you don't know, you can leave it blank. It's not a compulsory one. I'm just number of locations this customer has, 5 different locations. Active? Yes. What is the SLA? I say gold, silver, platinum. I'll say it's a gold customer. What is the serial number of the agreement? You can give the serial number of the agreement. Can you do any sale immediately? Can you sell him some health policies? Can you sell him some, health contracts, right? Or health insurance? So yes or maybe. Then you type some details here and you click on save. A new account is created in your system called as, right? What is that? ABC Technology. I scroll down, you can see that ABC Technology is the new account created in your system, right? This is a pure data entry work, and that is the reason I told you, you are not in a developer here now. Now where are you? You are in the end user screen. That is, now you are an end user. You are here, this side of the screen, right? For the next couple of days, we will not be a BTech holder. You are an all MBBS guys or bioscience guys, and you will be understanding these on the top, right? In future, you will not say that you created accounts contacts. Accounts contacts actually is a work of an end user, not as a developer. You might say that for testing purposes, I created account to see whether this number is generated automatic or not. But day-to-day work is not creating accounts and contacts. That is a work of end user. Why should I do that? That should be your response. My work is to design the screen, develop the screen, put new field, put some validation. If this amount, is less than something, system should give me error. If the phone number is less than 10 digit, system should not allow me to save this. These are all your work, right? Now you can see I can give anything and system is saving it. In single word, the out-of-box system is an open system, and it is your duty in the going forward in the future to customize the system, right, so that end user does not make a mistake. And if he wants to make a mistake also, system will not allow you to make a mistake. And that is the reason you will learn the development part. So today we have seen how to create a customer base. Customers are of two types called accounts and contacts. Any company, group, HCL technologies are called as accounts. Any individual customers are called as contacts. We can link between account to contact. You can see that Anil Kumar working for HCL, Raj Babbar working for HCL, right? Y Kishore working for HCL. You can see that three employees working for the same company, right? Where is that HCL? HCL is in accounts. You come here, you'll be able to see HCL, right? So, right? So today we have learned how to create an account, how to create a contact, how to link between account and contact.